The Life and Sad Ending of Anne Bancroft. Bancroft was born Anna Maria Luisa Italiano on September 17, 1931, in the Bronx, New York, the middle of three daughters of Mildred, a telephone operator, and Michael G. Italiano, a dress pattern maker. Bancroft's parents were both children of Italian immigrants. She was a Roman Catholic. She was raised in the Belmont neighborhood of the Bronx, later moving to 1580 Zarega Avenue and graduating from Christopher Columbus High School in 1948. She later attended HB Studio, the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, the Actors Studio, and the American Film Institute's directing workshop for women at the University of California, Los Angeles. After appearing in a number of live television dramas under the name of Anne Marno, she was told to change her surname, as it was too ethnic for movies, so she chose Bancroft because it sounded dignified. In 1957, Bancroft was directed by Jacques Tourneur in a David Goodis adaptation, Nightfall. In 1958, she made her Broadway debut as lovelorn, Bronx-accented Jittel Mosca, opposite Henry Fonda as the married man Jittel loves, in William Gibson's two-character play, Two for the Seesaw, directed by Arthur Penn. For this role, she won the Tony Award for Best Performance by a featured actress in a play. Bancroft won the Tony Award for Best Performance by a leading actress in a play in 1960, again with playwright Gibson and director Penn, when she played Anne Sullivan, the young woman who teaches the child Helen Keller to communicate in The Miracle Worker. She appeared in the 1962 film version of the play and won the 1962 Academy Award for Best Actress, with Patty Duke repeating her own success as Keller alongside Bancroft. Because Bancroft had returned to Broadway to star in Mother Courage and Her Children, Joan Crawford accepted the Oscar on her behalf, and later presented the award to her in New York. In 1965, Bancroft co-starred as a medieval nun obsessed with the priest, Jason Robards' Broadway production of John Whiting's play The Devils, produced by Alexander M. Cohen and directed by Michael Kakoyanis. It ran for 63 performances. Bancroft received a second Academy Award nomination in 1965 for her performance in the 1964 film The Pumpkin Eater. Bancroft was widely known during this period for her role as Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate from 1967, for which she received a third Academy Award nomination. She followed that success with a second television special, Annie and the Hoods, 1974, which was telecast on ABC and featured her husband Mel Brooks as a guest star. She made an uncredited cameo in the film Blazing Saddles in 1974, directed by Brooks. She received a fourth Academy Award nomination for Best Actress in 1977 for her performance in The Turning Point, opposite Shirley MacLaine, and a fifth nomination for Best Actress in 1985 for her performance in Agnes of God, 1985, opposite Jane Fonda. Bancroft made her debut as a screenwriter and director in Fatso, 1980, in which she starred with Dom DeLuise. In the 1990s, Bancroft took supporting roles in a number of films in which she co-starred with major film stars, including Honeymoon in Vegas, 1992, with Nicolas Cage, Love Potion No. 9, also 1992, with Sandra Bullock, Malice, 1993, with Nicole Kidman, Point of No Return, also 1993, with Bridget Fonda, Home for the Holidays, 1995, with Robert Downey Jr., How to Make an American Quilt, also 1995, with Winona Ryder, and G.I. Jane, 1997, with Demi Moore. Bancroft also starred in several television movies and miniseries, receiving 6 Emmy Award nominations, 8 Golden Globe nominations, winning twice, and 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards. Bancroft's final appearance was as herself in a 2004 episode of HBO's Curb Your Enthusiasm. Her last project was the animated feature film Delgo, released posthumously in 2008. The film was dedicated to her. Bancroft received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 6368 Hollywood Boulevard for her work in television. At the time of her star's installation in 1960, Bancroft was also a member of the American Theater Hall of Fame, having been inducted in 1992. Bancroft's first husband was lawyer Martin May. They married in 1953 and separated in 1955 and divorced in 1957. In 1961, Bancroft met Mel Brooks at a rehearsal for Perry Como's variety show, Kraft Music Hall. Bancroft and Brooks married on August 5, 1964, and remained married until her death. Their son, Max Brooks, was born in 1972. Sadly, Anne Bancroft died of uterine cancer at age 73 on June 6, 2005, at Mount Sinai Hospital in Manhattan. Her death surprised many, including some of her friends, as the intensely private Bancroft had not released details of her illness. Her body was interred at Kensico Cemetery in Valhalla, New York.